Hello everyone and welcome to Willadine's Kitchen. This week, we reached 500 subscribers. So we have a little more than 500 subscribers right now. And I want to thank everyone for subscribing. We really appreciate your support. And it's just a great goal for us to achieve to get 500 subscribers. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some beef cheeks. Now, beef cheeks are not very popular in the United States. It is popular around Australia, New Zealand, I know for sure. But it's a tough cut of beef and it takes a long time to cook. But once you get it cooked correctly, you will enjoy every bite of it. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a technique of searing and braising on the beef tips. So we're going to season these up. We're going to sear them in some hot oil on both sides. We're going to then add them to a pot with these vegetables. We're going to use some of this dog pound wine here from Snoop. And we're going to use some of our homemade chicken stock that we have here as well. And once we sear it off, we're going to braise it in the oven for about 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours till the beef is nice and tender. Then from that braising liquid, we're going to make a beautiful, smooth sauce to go with it. So I'm going to get started on the seasoning and the braising, and we'll show you how to make some really delicious, tasty beef cheeks. Okay, so we have our pot on the stove. The oil in the pot is nice and hot now. So what we do next is we're going to start with the searing of the beef. So I've already seasoned it up good with seasoning. So I'm just going to place the meaty side down. And we're going to sear this for at least 4 minutes on each side. Okay, once we braise our beef off, we're going to add our aromatics. This is a standard mirepoix, celery, carrots, onions. I do have some garlic cloves in there as well, and some bay leaves. And what else we're going to do is we're going to add some thyme here. I have some fresh thyme. Just going to throw that right in there. So what these vegetables are going to do is they're going to flavor our sauce as well. And then once we get that in the pot, we're going to deglaze with our red wine. Just pour that right in there. We're going to use plenty of red wine because that wine gives it a really good flavor, elevates the dish. So what we do next is we have our oven set at 375 degrees. So we add our beef back in. And I have some fresh beef stock. I made this myself with the beef bones I bought from the same butcher that I got these beef cheeks from. So we're going to add our homemade beef stock right in the pot. We don't want to cover the meat. I'm going to go just to almost the edge of the top of the meat. And this goes in the oven for about 3 to 4 hours until this beef cheeks are nice, tender, and very soft. So in the oven we go. Okay, so our beef has been braising for about 2 hours and 50 minutes, close to 3 hours. It feels very tender now, almost fall apart tender. So what we're going to do is we have some liquid down here. That liquid is going to be our sauce. We're going to get our beef out. We're going to strain the liquid. We're going to make a nice sauce with that. Okay, for the beef cheeks, we're going to serve some mashed potatoes with that. So what I've done is I'm trying this technique here where you cook the potato whole, and they say by leaving the skin on and cooking it whole that the potato flavor stays within the potato. What we're going to do is we're going to peel this off, which should come off pretty easily from what I've seen. And then we're going to use some heavy cream, some butter, salt, some white pepper, and make a nice mash here. Okay, everybody, the beef cheeks are done. They actually cooked almost about 3 hours until they got nice and tender. We made our creamy mash underneath. So we got the creamy mashed potatoes underneath. We have the braising sauce that we made from the braising liquid. And I put some green peas in there and some red pepper garnish just to add a little color to the dish. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just take a taste here and see what all this tastes like. It looks really good though, lots of color. Let's give these mashed potatoes. Yeah, very creamy potatoes. I like that technique of cooking the whole potato and then mashing it afterwards. The meat is so tender. I mean, this butter knife just goes right through it like butter. And it's amazing because it starts out as a very tough cut of beef. So let's get a spoonful of everything here. Oh yeah, very tasty, very tasty. Lots of flavor from our braising liquid and that red wine, those grapes, you can actually taste those grapes in there. So this turned out to be really good. The meat is a little gelatinous, which I think is good for the texture of the meat. So this is a really good dish. If you can get your hands on some beef cheeks, I would give this a try. I want to thank you for viewing, and you have a nice day.